Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am Wendy. This is Wendy's Pet Salon and this is my little home grooming salon at my home. So welcome back everybody. If you are a subscriber, welcome here as well.
What?
So hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Like I say, I am Wendy. Welcome to all the subscribers. Thank you for coming back time and time again. And if you are new, if you've just stumbled across my channel, also welcome on board. Please do consider subscribing and you will get notified every time that I post any of my content. I apologise for the lack of content. I'm still having ongoing issues with my hand. I've now got a massive lump that started at the top of my finger. So videos probably aren't the best to watch when I'm trying to struggle with my finger. However, and I also don't have my mic on. I've got my little mic that's connected to my phone. So, and I've had a cold, I've had a sore throat, I'm on the mend. So if you can't hear me, please turn the sound up. I do apologise for that. But I have got still got a couple of videos that I'm going to be doing, which is the detangle one, which I've promised with the sprays and everything like that. I'll probably put in some, how to use them as well in that detangling video. Also, I'm going to do a Miami trim on my poodle, which I've been asked to do, a pet style one. I'm not going outlandish or anything like that. I'm just going to do a basic Miami trim, what I actually used to put on my little toy poodle, but I'm going to put it on my miniature poodle, Jen. The better weather's coming, and if you've got if you're a pet owner and you like that kind of look, it's a lot more low maintenance. There's nothing really on the body, on the legs. There's a little tiny little pom-poms at the end, pom-pom on the tail, depending how long your tail is. And we've got like a top knot and a poodle head. And on occasion, you graduate the head into the body to give it that nice slope sporty effect. So I'm going to be doing that at some point because he really needs a haircut, and I think that will be ideal for him at the moment. You can do different lengths on the body as well. You could go super short or you could do it a little bit longer. I'm probably going to go a little bit longer, and I'll tell you the reasons why I'm going to go longer on his coat when I do the video, so watch out for that. So if you hit your notifications, you will get notified. It costs nothing to be a subscriber. It's free, and all the videos are free. There's 300 and odd. So we're not to the point where we've got membership and we've got this and that. So enjoy the videos. Please do. Anyway, the reason why I've come today, those videos aside, which I will be doing, I'm going to do a new dog to me. He's been meaning to come for such a long time. We've had him waiting in the wings, but with one thing and another, with my hand being in the hospital, being poorly and all the rest of it, I've not been able to do it. However, I have been grooming, and this is now a good time to try and get him in the mix. I do groom their other dog, Rosie, who is the open sesame, I call her. She waves at the door, let me out. I give her a treat because she likes to show off a party trick. And she's a beautiful dog. We've been grooming her since she was a puppy, and she's adorable. But they've had a few issues with the new dog. I've known about him coming. I mean, he's got to be, I will find out, I think he's 7 or 8 months now, maybe more. His first experience at the hairdressers, so it was a little bit challenging for the first groomer. He only had a mini groom, just literally what we do is the puppy intro, a bath, eyes, trimming of feet, nails around the bottom, that type of thing, a maintenance kind of groom, which we build up over time. And Rosie has been coming, you know, from a baby. She did that same process. So, and the owner has put lots of work in. She's on training with him and stuff, and that's half the battle. If you've got a bit of an unruly dog, whether it be a puppy or an older dog, if the client doesn't work with you, then it's hard for you to do your job as well, because you can come here and do all the training, but if there's nothing done at home and they're not getting brushed and touched and stuff in between, it makes everything a lot more difficult. And then you might find that the groomers are sort of backing off, because it needs to be, they don't really want to torture your dog, and when a dog's wriggling and biting and things like that, it really needs a trainer to jump in and help, and it needs more stuff done at home, which they have been doing. So Reggie's coming, and he's a Cavapoo. He is from the same breeder as Rosie, and yeah, so his first experience wasn't the best, and then obviously he was going to come and see me, but because I have had a lot of my clients have passed away recently, and one thing and another, some clients have actually left because maybe they found somebody else in between times, so which was better for them, so that's fine. So I'm able to put Reggie in comfortably at the moment. So he wasn't able to come to me. He went to see my friend Janine, who helped me out while I was having surgery, and I was off for a few weeks, off for a good month, and she really helped me out with a lot of my clients, so big thanks to Janine for helping me. She did another puppy groom for Reggie, and she also did his first haircut as well, so he's been taken down a little bit because he's over the 6-month threshold. His coat's had time to grow, he's to grow out his puppy coat, so then you can cut off that all, because it just gets knotty and messy. It needs to come off. They are a trimming breed, and they need maintenance. So he's continued with his puppy intros, and then he's had his first experience. Now he's still having a few issues, mainly I think with the dryer situation. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you'll see that I try reward the good, ignore the bad, and then it's just about consistency, resetting, and gradually. As for Milo, it can take 2 years, so you've just got to have that consistency with them. So what I have is my high value treats on hand, and I'm probably not going to talk too much through the video. What I will do is, because my voice is not the best, my sound is not the best, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to video, and then I'm going to talk over the top, or I will write over the top and put little bits there. Maybe I'll freeze it, talk about it, carry on, freeze it, talk it, and we'll see how we go with that. Maybe speed it up in parts, we'll see. So I do want to video through the bath and the drying, and obviously on the table, and I'll tell you about all the lengths that I'm doing and stuff. It wasn't that long ago that he was done, so he shouldn't be overgrown, which makes life a lot easier. As you can see, when if you've seen Milo Poodle, he has a whole playlist you can go and watch. His first experience was at 5 months. His grooming was delayed, and he was a bit of a knotty mess. So it just makes that first experience that much difficult. And when you might see, you know, I've had a bad experience from it, it's not a bad experience, it's just that, you know, it's just been delayed. And the things that you've got to do within the groom are a little bit much to ask for a small puppy that's not had any training whatsoever. So, excuse me, excuse my cold. So, what I'm going to do, when we watch the video, and I'm doing the video, I'll let it roll. It might be an idea if I stop at some point, so I'll watch myself back and then I'll explain what I'm doing. Might just be an easier way, and then I can just crack on, because I've only got 2 hours in which to do him, and stopping starting talking probably won't be the best, so I'm probably just best doing the video and then I'll talk over it after. High value treats. Now obviously when they're puppies, I mean some puppies don't take treats, but if they are treat motivated, it really helps. It really does help, because you can use that treat motivation to acknowledge the things that you want them to do and what the things you don't want them to do. So, you know, when Janine was telling me that he tries to bite the dryer and stuff like that, so I'm going to avoid anything blowing over his face until I've done his body. And if it's blowing on him and he's reacting, I'm going to just keep turning him away, keep turning him away, keep turning him away, keep turning him away. And when he stops, obviously, I will reward that behaviour, because I want him to learn that to not react to the dryer. And if he doesn't react to the dryer, I'm going to reward him for it. And yes, it's tedious, and people are thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't do that as a groomer. I'm not really, you know. I feel it's part of our job, especially with young puppies. You know, you do the initial training, and then, you know, later on they don't need the treats. What I generally do now is give them a treat after. So they know that they're behaving on the table, they have their groom, they have the wash, they have the dry, everything's fine. And then when they go on the floor, you know, or as soon as they finish the groom, they'll have a treat, and then they'll come to me for treats on the floor. And it, you know, it's a win-win-win, you know. And the last thing that you want to do is to be battling and, you know, telling them off and stuff like that, because they're just not going to learn. They will not learn, and they will just continue to be wriggle, and they continue to do this bite, naughty behaviour, when what we need to do is channel our positive energy and ignore that bad stuff. When they do good stuff, it's rewarded, and then they're like, oh, so if I do this, I'm going to get a treat. It's just like children, really, isn't it? You know? So, and then repetition. You can't just come, excuse me, one puppy groom and then straight into a haircut. You know, you've left it 6 months. It's got to be a continuous thing, and your groomer will love you for it. So basically, as soon as they've had all their injections, you know, and as a lot of my customers do, they found me before they've actually had the puppy. So this is obviously the ones that I do now, I still do, but they came to find me before. So they've done their research into what type of groomer that they're looking for. You know, are they happy with the salon? Are they happy with the one-to-one? Do they want somebody to come mobile? Do they want somebody to come to the house? They've researched, they've done the research, and this is what suits them. So they'll look on your reviews and they'll look you up. What qualifications have you got? Blah, blah, blah. Right, so contacted me. Yeah, that's fine. So puppy groom, come to me. And then literally, it's just a gentle process, and then they actually enjoy coming to the groomers. I'm not saying that later on, one thing and another, dogs can get anxiety and things can change, and then they just stop liking coming in. But once they're in and you've gone, they're completely fine, believe me. So especially when there's treats on hand. So yeah, so we're gonna do Reggie today. I've probably spoken too much, and I do apologise for sniffing and stuff like that. I have, like I say, still got ongoing things with my hands, so you know the videos aren't going to be too close together. But please do go back and watch them if you're a subscriber. You maybe have watched them all, I don't know. If you are new, there's playlists of all different things, and please do give them a comment, a share, a like. You know, it really helps the channel grow. And then one day we might do more things. I don't get paid for this. I'm not monetized at all. I just like sharing and helping, and this is the way that I feel I can do it. So and I know some of my customers do watch, so I do appreciate that they can see the other side of things. So yeah, so I'll introduce you to Reggie when he comes. He'll be here in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just going to make sure I've got everything that I need to hand. Happy hoodies, everything. I am using a silicone thing over the top of my finger. These have been a godsend. Ooh. They're just like a silicone thing, and because I've got this big lump at the top of my finger, and the ongoing, I still can't make a fist. I've had an MRI on it, and I won't bore you with that. But yeah, it just covers it up. It's brilliant. And I tend to not use. Some groomers use their, to stop their fingers from going all the way in, but I take mine out. So all my because I've got quite chunky fingers, all my scissors they've got quite big finger holes. So it does. I just got to try and avoid this bit. It's so sore, and obviously this is my scissor finger. So yeah, it's not too bad today. I've taken painkillers. I've had some drawing stuff wrapped around overnight. Anyway, less of that, and I will see you in a sec when we see Reggie. What I will do when he comes in, I'll let him have a sniff. I'll let him have 5 minutes, just while I'm talking to him and such like, get him in the bath. We'll do a nice slow bath. I'll turn everything down while he's in the being dried. I probably won't even blast him while he's in the bath, only because in that area it tends to make a louder noise, because obviously it's contained, my bath, so everything is noise limiting for him. Double happy hoodies. Turn him away and we'll see how we get on. So I'll see you in a sec. Right, Reggie is here. Aren't you, Reggie? You want to see what I've got in here? Yeah, that's like a little bit of an unsure bark, This is a bit weird, he says. Here, what's this? What have I got? Yeah, Reg. What's this? Reggie. What's this? Sit. Can you sit? Sit. Oh, good boy. Oh, look what I got. Oh, look what I've got. Do you want this? Good boy. Very good. Hey, is that nice? Right then. I've got it up on here, look. Just put some on the table, little bits around the table. Oh, can you smell it? Oh, yes, we can smell it. Yes, very good boy. Right, come here. Oh, let's have you. There he is. There he is, look. Right, let's put you on the table a minute. Good boy. You to turn on this way. You've gone like a pancake. Right, let's turn you around that way. There. Oh, look, what have you found? Have you found something nice? Good boy. Let's put that round. Is there any more round on the floor here? What's this one? Oh, look, there's another one there. Any more? Oh. Let's turn that round. Here we go. Oh. Good boy, you're standing on the table. Stand. 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 Is there any more? We've eaten it all. We've eaten it all. So I'm going to get him straight in the bath. He's got a really soft coat. And we're just going to feel you what. Tell you what, he's got chunky legs. My word. They're really chunky. Oh, beautiful. Look at him standing on the table like a good boy. Yes. Yes, there's a good boy. Oh, look at you. There. You stand. Stand. Good boy. Right, so I'm going to get him in the bath now. So I'm taking everything really, really slow. So I've just rewarded him for going into the bath with no issues. And my next plan is just to have him relax and then turn the water on. I'll just switch the water on and then I'll turn the water on and I'll just leave it on. And just have him calm before I even attempt to put any water over his face. I just want him to know that, you know, the noise of the shower is nothing to be afraid of. And I'm literally going to tickle it over his face. Tickle, tickle. So I can even turn the velocity of the shower so it's literally just like a bit of rain coming down. Because all I really want to do is wet his face enough so that I can rub some facial shampoo in. And I'll leave that facial shampoo in and let it soak until I've finished washing him. So his face is nice and clean. So it's not really reacting too bad. He's just a little bit unsure. And I'm talking to him all the while. So I'll just get a little bit of facial. It is a tearless facial. He's got Exotic Island, which is it's a best shot facial, which is lovely. It's an aromatherapy. It smells lovely. And I just spend a bit of time just massaging his head, just helping him to enjoy it. Massaging the ears really helps to relax them as well. So give him a really good scrub and talk to him nicely. And just concentrate on one bit at a time. So I'm not rushing him at all. So the next thing that I do, I'm not going to wet his body. I put my shampoo mix direct on a dry coat. So I'll show you in a minute. I've got a little pot there with some shampoo, which I had already there, and I've just topped it up with water. I'm using my silicone brush just to scrub it round. So I'm literally just putting that shampoo directly all over him. I do 2 shampoos. So then he's literally only having the one rinse. So I'm sort of limiting that water noise and velocity around him, so he doesn't have to react to the shower. I'm just busy giving him a really good scrub, talking to him all the while. He doesn't mind this part whatsoever. And I really do give them a really good scrub and a massage. And like I always say, the first shampoo is just for the first lot of dirt, and then the second shampoo allows the shampoo to do its thing. I've used the Ultra Wash shampoo, which is from Best Shot, which is fine on puppies, and it cleans and it conditions the skin and the coat, and it's an absolutely gorgeous shampoo. And what I do after, you will see, I think I've sped up the part that you'll see, but I also spray him, once I've towel dried him, with the Ultra Max finishing spray, which helps give sheen to the coat, it strengthens the coat, it protects from the heat, and it reduces static, speeds up drying time, soothes the skin, and it's just an all-round great spray for after, rather than putting a heavy conditioner on his coat, because his coat is very soft. I'm just using the shampoo and the spray for after. So he's having his rinse now. He's doing really, really well. So he's having his second shampoo. As you can see, it's a really great shampoo, really foams up lovely. It leaves the coat super lovely. So I'm speeding it up now and enjoy the rest of his washing video. It's time to dry him. So what I've done is I've just switched the dryer on, and it's just making a noise. It's not on him, it's just making a noise. I've got his happy hoodies on, and I'm just giving him a towel dry. And what I'll gradually do is I'll move it just so that it's slightly blowing on him. It's not that close that he could sort of launch himself towards it, if he wanted to react to it. It's quite far away, so it's literally, we're just really doing it in tiny baby steps, because obviously I've not groomed him before. I don't know how he reacts, so I'm just going as if he's a tiny puppy again. I'm just building it up. So it's just slightly blowing on his leg there, and I'm still rubbing him, talking to him. And I'll move it slightly more and more. So it's going okay. It's not really reacting to the finishing dryer, which is great. Which is fine. It's just got literally warm air blowing towards him. He's got his ear defenders on and I've got mine on. So just while it's a bit damp, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a brush through. He's no knots at all, but I'm just wanting to loosen up the coat to make it easier for the warm air to get through the coat. And I just sort of turn him away gently. Bit of a shake. He is being very calm. And I'm also seeing how he reacts to the brush, and he's absolutely fine with the brush. Not a problem at all. Like I say, I've took everything really, really slow. So now it's time for the blaster. Now if you see, I turned it right down so the velocity is at the lowest. I've took the nozzle off so that it's not so force onto his skin and coat. So it's just like the finishing dryer really, but it's just a little bit closer to him. So the noise is on. I haven't put it on him. It's just the noise. He's a little bit unsure of it. You can tell he's wondering what I'm going to do with this now. But I'm not putting it straight on him. So as I'm rewarding there, he's turned away from the dryer and I've slightly blowed it towards him. So there you go, turned him away, he turned away, I rewarded him. He's still a little bit unsure, but he will be feeling that it's not too harsh on him. It's really only lightly blowing. There we go. It's fine, he says, it's fine. I can cope with that, he says. And I've rewarded him for being a nice boy. So you can see he's relaxed. He's got over that initial shock. He doesn't know how fast it's going to be blowing at him. So, and I just talk to him. And he's turned away from them, so, which is great. And I'm touching him all the while. Because ideally I would like to get his coat as straight as possible, so when I do his trim, it's going to be nice and neat. But we can work our way up to, you know, the velocity being higher over time. Generally, what I'll do here is I'll dry the coat, but intermittently I'll brush it through so that it is straightening, so that it's not going to be too curly. So I'm going to continue with the drying, and he's decided, yeah, it's fine, it's all fine. I'm going to lie down now because I don't feel threatened whatsoever. I'm just going to chill out on the table. So I'm going to speed this up and I'll come back in a little while. So here I noticed that he wasn't really liking his leg brushed and held, and the dryer blowing at him at the same time. So I've got the dryer blowing, I'm doing the brushing, and I'm rewarding him at the same time. And now, if you look in a second, he acknowledges that and lets me know. Oh, thank you. I understand. So it's time for head drying. So I've rewarded him for lying down. I do let them lie down, if they feel that they want to lie down. I always, give them that option. And then you've got sort of less restraint on them. Now, there was a little bit of a stress yawn there, if you noticed. He's just regulating things because this is now different. So he's managed with the body. But now it's time for the head. Now I've moved the dryer further away. So it is literally just lightly drying over him. And I'll just move it around. Keep brushing at the same time. The more I do this, the quicker his face is going to dry because I'm breaking all the damp hair up. And he isn't reacting to the dryer at all, which is brilliant. And I was expecting him to launch himself on the dryer and things like that, but because I've gone really, really slow, there we go. We're not bothered in the slightest. Yes, this is actually quite nice. I never blast a dog's head anyway. You always get a better result if you're brushing and blowing. So I'm really chuffed at that. Can't ask for more, really. And this means that when I get his face lovely and straight and dry, I can give him a nice face shape as well. And also, it's training him to have his face handled and touched while drying. And it's nice to have the finishing dryer blowing over because I've got both hands. So I continue drying him and we'll look to give him a trim. Okay, so he's happy to go on the table. The next thing I want to do is I want to introduce the clippers to him. I don't know what clippers he's had previously, whether he had the big ones. I use these little Brava ones with the slide-on combs. They're quiet. I find them easy to use and get in small places. So the next thing I'm going to do is, as you can see, I flipped it around, so I'm not initially cutting the coat. I flipped it around and I just want him to feel the vibration of the clippers before I then introduce actually cutting the coat. You'll see now. So I'm massaging over and then I flip it over and there's no reaction at all. And I just continue trimming all the hair with a 5 comb length, which is the 16mm, all over body and legs. And he does really well. And then we'll come back when we do the head. So, time for the head. So, I've opted for the size up. So, I've gone to the 6 comb attachment. I'm just going to run this over his head just to get some bulk off and neaten everything up. And then I'll scissor over the top. So, I'm going to take that same comb down the side there. He's doing extremely well. So now I'm going to go back and neaten all that extra hair that's hanging over. Tickly. So I'm going to neaten all around his eyes. I'm going to trim around his face. I'll do the same on the other side, exactly the same. Just take the bulk off. And considering that he's never had me do his trim before, he's doing extremely well. Still wagging his tail. It's all a good sign. So I'll continue to let you watch the end of the trim and I shall speak to you at the end. a lot of camera movements and different weird angles, only because my phone ran out of battery because I was videoing so much. The battery it was full when I came in here, and as soon as I started videoing, it's gone downhill. But as you can see, it's been absolutely awesome. We've had no issues pretty much, have we? We've had no issues at all. And we've even got 15 minutes to play, haven't we? We've got 15 minutes to play. So, just to let you know what I've done on him, I've done him a 5 comb all over. So I've done him a 5 comb. So for millimetres, you want to know the millimetres, won't you? 16 millimetres. That's what you've had, isn't it? I use the Brav, as you know, if you've watched the channel. Yeah, so I'm trying to shout loud because I haven't got the mic on. Yeah, it's been very good, very positive. Nothing really. It was nothing like I was expecting. And I got my best beef out for you, didn't I? So while I was doing the drying, you may have seen, I think the hairdryer was in the way, but I only rewarded him when he turned away from the dryer. So that's the whole idea, is I want to get that establishment. So it's like, once I've turned away from the dryer, I get rewarded. When I don't react to the hairdryer, I get rewarded. And you just build it up. And I think, to be honest, I could probably just do it with my voice and my hands and my body language now. He wasn't, when they're in a different sort of state, treats sometimes don't work. But you did take the treats, didn't you? And you're looking at yourself in the mirror and just say, oh no, the treat box is here. I thought you were looking at yourself in the mirror. Well, you've been really awesome. I'm really chuffed. I just took, I've done the 5 on the body, 6 combs, so one up on his head, just to skim off and give me, oh dear, you don't like that bit, 19 millimetre. So 16 millimetre body, legs, and then 19 over the head, down the cheeks, and then I scissored everything in. I've tailored around his ears a bit just because they were getting a bit fuzzy on the ends. Mum can tell me my finger's really bad. My plaster came off, my rubber thing came off, so it's absolutely awful at the moment. But there you go. And the dogs keep wanting to lick it, so don't lick it. So I'm going to let him have a play for the next 10 minutes. He can run around and go out to the toilet. Oh, you see me reflection in here. But yeah, I managed to give him a nice cute face. He's got bits missing here, so over time I'll probably just leave bits to grow. But you've been good, haven't you? Been really good. Really, really good. I've not had to sort of hold, I don't like to hold onto the face too much. I put the loop over his head there, and I just use it to put my hand under so he's resting. So it's not like you're pulling hair on the face, which I hate. So when you're not, he was nodding off. I don't know if you saw in the video. You like that bit, don't you? You're getting sleep. You're gonna sleep. Your mum's gonna wonder what I've done to you. He's gonna sleep all afternoon. So yeah, that was a quick one on Reggie. Let me know what you think. Again, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing so you do get notified when I do a video. And the next ones will be the Miami trim on my poodle and the detangling that we will do shortly. So I hope you're all well. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. There we go. Ooh, is that nice? Look at all that hair. Oh, you found a treat. You found a treat. Yeah. Woof, woof. Thirsty work. All these treats. Gonna make your face a mess now.